Knight, yeah, isn't just losing momentum, he is being buried. Systematically buried and dismantled by Triple H and his golden shovel. And, cause I guess LA Knight did the cardinal sin of getting over by himself, not needing the WWE machine to do it, not being handpicked by Triple H, and I'm gonna prove it. I have 9 ways to show that LA Knight is well, he's being buried. Honest to God, 9 ways. I wanted to do 10. I honestly wanted to do 10 because YouTube loves top 10 lists, but I didn't want to force it. I got 9 ways. We're going to start off with the fact that his first real main event program against Seth freaking Rollins, he finally gets himself a good juicy feud. And what do they do with it? They use that as the opportunity for Seth Rollins to fake his injury.
And now a moonsault lands on his feet, may have tweaked his knee.
Has been surgically repaired in the past.
For the ruse of the century was in a match with LA Knight. You might say, well, didn't he have a main event program with Roman Reigns? Give me a break. Nobody thought he was going to actually win that one. It was a placeholder so Cody could finish his story. But LA Knight is now mixing it up in the main event scene, has a feud with Seth, and, well, gotta end the match early. Number 2, he's being kept off certain Monday Night Raws, strategic Monday Night Raws. After CM Punk won the World Championship, guess what? No sign of LA Knight. John Cena comes back, he's in Boston. Where's LA Knight? He's not there. They give LA Knight a match on SmackDown with a mystery opponent. So that means it's probably gonna be somebody who's not in WWE, like a Joe Hendry, or a Matt Cardona, or Jeff Hardy. So if he loses, that's even more proof. But let's just say he wins. It don't matter. Why wasn't he on John Cena's Boston? Why wasn't he on John Cena's Boston Raw? Why didn't we get more eyes on him? You could have easily put Rusev and Damian Priest, who did wrestle on that card, you could have put them on SmackDown, because at least Damian Priest is a SmackDown guy. LA Knight's a Raw guy. He should be on Raw if it's a mystery opponent. Unless that mystery opponent is part of the SmackDown brand, should be fighting LA Knight on there. It should be on Raw. Does that make sense? Why wasn't LA Knight on the John Cena Boston Monday Night Raw? Number 3, my bad. He actually was on Monday Night Raw for John Cena's last appearance, but in the commercial segment. In the United States, we get commercials. America! Why is LA Knight being regulated to the jobber commercial segment of Monday Night Raw? This is a time frame that usually people low on the card, not always, but usually low on the card, they get this segment to keep the crowd engaged. And they're giving LA Knight the pretty much jobber interview here.
What you gotta find out is your time is up, my time.
He got cut off, actually. He got cut off, and I get that part, though. I'm not going to speak ill on WWE actually cutting LA Knight off, because if he ran over, you have 3 minutes in that spot. That's a production issue, and I heard there was even a timer. So if he went over, then I guess that's on him. However, I will say this. Why was he in that spot to begin with? Put LA Knight on the main show, have him cut a promo in the ring, and then if he goes over, well, no big deal, because then the show is 2.5 hours. It can go 3 hours. You can just extend the time like they did the previous week when the Punk segment with Logan Paul, they just made the show end at 2 hours and 48 minutes. So if LA Knight had gone just a wee bit over, they could have just extended the show by a minute or 2. So, yeah, LA Knight in the commercial segment of Raw on John Cena's last appearance, not cool. Not cool. Number 4 is WarGames. What the heck happened? We have CM Punk in the ring where the Brawns, the Vision, Logan Paul, they start coming at him, and Jey Uso comes in to back him up, right? Comes in to back him up, and it's like we're building towards WarGames. And then the logical assumption would be that LA Knight would then be the third person to even the odds there, because, well, Jey, Punk, and LA Knight had been feuding with the Brawns since pretty much WrestleMania. So it's like, why though?
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
like, for real, what does Cody Rhodes have anything to do with this storyline? LA Knight was in the building. We saw him at commercial break, as I just detailed in number 3. So he's in the building. He's already involved. He's already been involved in this storyline for months. Literally months. And yet he's not part of the WarGames team? Why? Why not? Like, I don't understand that. Number 5, why was Jey Uso given the spot to face CM Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event? Jey Uso already has a really good storyline, a really juicy storyline going on.
Just when they needed their tribal chief the most.
He did not need the spot. LA Knight could have 100% used it more than him, but nope, they gave it to Jey Uso instead. And then what? Maybe that was going to further the storyline between him and Jimmy, but that seems to have dropped. It's been weeks, and we haven't even seen Jimmy. Why couldn't we even let LA Knight get the main event spot? It would be good for us to see LA Knight mixing it up for championship belts like this one right here. But no, he's just kept off so Jay can go for it one more time. And if you want to go for this belt, though, I'm going to give it away. For real, I'm going to give away this belt at 20,000 subscribers on my quest to quit my day job. You're like, wait, what's going on here? I have a contest going on. Literally, going to give it away. I've already given away 2 on this channel. How do you win? All you got to do is comment below, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, ding, 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 notification, and you can win. If you're LA Knight also, please do subscribe and comment, because at this point, I don't think Triple H is ever going to give you this belt, so you could be the WrestleChop champion. So everybody and anybody is eligible to win. Number 6, we have LA Knight. He cuts a promo on how he's going to face whoever wins between Punk and Jey Uso. And it's a pretty good promo. He just says, you know what? I lost. I'm not going to make excuses. I just got to get back on the horse, brush myself off, pick myself up by the bootstraps. That was the gist of his promo, right? So good stuff, good stuff. And then he immediately loses to Bron Breakker. Pretty much clean. I mean, there was a couple distraction spots, but LA Knight he just like flat out just loses to Bron Breakker. Okay. And then guess what happens? Remember I said that LA Knight was not on the Raw following Saturday Night's Main Event? On this episode of Raw, he said that he's going to be the first in line for the championship, but he's not even on that Raw. But it didn't matter, because the interview in which he said he was going to be first person in line, he just gets pinned.
Oh, a spear!
All right, so now let's back it up. I got 2 that just shows that this is not a recent occurrence, that Triple H has been burying LA Knight for a while now. And then I'll end it at number 9, will just be like a very, very subtle yet glaring shot at LA Knight. Pretty much saying, yeah, dude, you're not the guy for Triple H, at least. So we're going to back it up to his U.S. title loss to Shinsuke Nakamura. Earlier this year, or was it last year? I don't even know at this point. But LA Knight, he's the U.S. champion. He's actually having a pretty decent U.S. championship run, and then suddenly he loses to Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, there's no shade in losing to Shinsuke, with the exception of the fact that, honestly, the only person that has been historically booked worse than LA Knight has been Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, I really wish that Shinsuke was a bigger threat in the WWE universe, but he has not been. But yet, he gets to beat LA Knight. It's like, okay, fine. They were having a really cool character with Shinsuke, and maybe they're going to rebuild the guy. And, like, his character was amazing and awesome, but then they proceeded to do nothing with him. Shinsuke did almost nothing. You barely saw him. I don't even know. Did he even defend the title one time? I don't know if he did. I'm pretty sure he did not defend it twice successfully, because he just was like, he was just nowhere. And then LA Knight just wins it back. So it's like, why did we have to interrupt his title run? I am all for hot potatoing the title if it makes sense. But there was no reason for Shinsuke to win it, because they didn't do anything with Shinsuke. Therefore, it was an interruption of a title reign that I still don't know the reason. And then they just give it back to LA Knight so he can then go to WrestleMania and put over Jacob Fatu. And it's like, ugh. And then Jacob Fatu just ends up losing it, but that's another story for another video. Number 8, we'll do number 8 right now. He was left off SummerSlam. Why was the dude left off SummerSlam? Like, why? Here's a guy that was feuding with the Vision, the top faction of WWE. he had just beaten Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins injured himself, and yet he's kept off of the SummerSlam card. Like, why? Quite honestly, he would have made more sense teaming up with Jelly Roll against Logan Paul, because Logan Paul and LA Knight have a history. It would have made more sense for LA Knight to be in that celebrity matchup than Randy Orton, who is the Viper, will betray everyone and has no friends. Well, I mean, he used to have no friends. I mean, for like 20 plus years of his career, he had no friends, but now suddenly he's Cody Rhodes' lapdog. But that's another video for another time. And now we'll go to number 9. The smoking gun that LA Knight is just, well, he's not even in consideration for the world title, pretty much, is that on the Raw after CM Punk won, the Raw that LA Knight was kept off, CM Punk literally names all these people that he wants to face. Whether they're good guys or bad guys, he names a bunch. He even names John Cena, the Unseen 17, saying, "You want to go again?" Even though he knows for a fact that can't happen. Come on, I wish it would happen, but it can't happen. And then he mentions JD McDonough, Sheamus, all these people, right? Guess who he didn't name? LA Knight. Nope, didn't mention LA Knight. Those two have been like pretty much at odds with each other for the last couple months. When that Battle Royal happened, CM Punk said, "I hope it's you to LA Knight." I didn't actually catch it. I'm going to give credit to Just Nandu. I watched one of his LA Knight videos today in preparation for this video, and he actually showcased that.
And before the match, Punk said,
World Heavyweight Championship against the...
And I didn't catch that a couple weeks ago. The dude is at 64 subscribers. He's trying to get 65 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys want to check out an up-and-coming YouTuber, go check out Just Nano. I'll put a link somewhere on this video. But that said, just 3 weeks prior, CM Punk is saying, "LA Knight, I hope it's you," and now he won't even mention LA Knight's name in his promo. Oh, maybe CM Punk forgot. CM Punk, come on. Even if you hate CM Punk, we know that CM Punk is a master on the microphone. That's where CM Punk excels. I highly doubt that CM Punk just brain farted LA Knight out of his mind during a promo in which he's calling out everybody he wants to face. Nah, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. He was left out on purpose. Now, why was he left out on purpose? People say it's because a couple weeks prior, the night that he lost to Bron Breakker, pretty much clean, he actually took a sign from the fan that said, "We want LA Knight, not Jey Uso." It was something like that. And so a lot of people, myself included, believe that might be Triple H punishing, like saying, "Okay, fine, whatever, we're totally burying this guy now." I do think that he's being punished for that. But regardless, I've already showed you that since Shinsuke Nakamura beat him and disrupted his title reign. He's the guy that Seth Rollins fakes an injury with. He's left off the SummerSlam card. So whether it's the sign or it's not the sign, they were going to find a reason to just forget to mention LA Knight's name in CM Punk's promo. They just, I don't even understand why they're not pushing the guy. And you can't even use the "he's too old" argument because well, for one, CM Punk's like 46. So it's like, oh man, I don't know. It has to be he got over. It's like they never like someone to get over without the stamp of approval of WWE. It's like you have to be anointed by Triple H or Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon did it too. If it's not those guys anointing you themselves, then they're just going to get you so close to that brass ring just for them to raise it higher. So there you have it, my 9 proofs that LA Knight is being buried. I know everybody throws that word buried around very loosely nowadays, but I think it's very appropriate, unfortunately, for LA Knight. Nope. Boys, girls, have a good day.